What do you see happening in the future? What do you see 10 years down the line?
Well, it depends on who wins the censorship business that's going on. You know, one way, here I'll give you the bleakest outlook, okay? Let's say that these deranged housewives of Washington, D.C. succeed in prodding the Congress or whatever into enacting legislation that opens the door for the type of censorship that you would have in the Soviet Union. You know, Pravda Rock. It has to be state approved, and it has to have that kind of aroma that makes it look and smell like something really Christian. And they would do things like this. They would get the foot in the door, and then they would say, this is not enough, we must go directly to the root of the problem. And do you know what the root of the problem is? The root of the problem is the alphabet itself. Certain letters, then certain words could not then be formed. And we would have this new, approved Christian alphabet with about 6 or 7 consonants in it. You wouldn't even be able to spell Jesus Christ with this new alphabet. Then they would go directly to the numbers that we all use when we're adjusting our little bank books and so forth. And they would say, there are 4 numbers here that are suggested. There's one that looks like a hole, and there's another one that's sticking straight up. They've got to go. And those 2 that fit together, one that looks like it's upside down against the other one, which we can't say, they've got to go. So now you fix the alphabet and you fix the number system. Now we're going to work on the national bird. Now the eagle is okay, but he's an endangered species. We're going to go for the ostrich. The ostrich represents the way things really are. When the ostrich gets scared, it sticks its head in the ground, it sticks its ass up in the air, and it quakes a little bit. Okay? That'll be the new American national bird. Now the flag. The red is too racy, the blue is too deep, and the white is too hard to keep clean. We're going to do away with that. It's going to be beige. It doesn't offend anybody, and it looks great as wallpaper on a Marriott.
This is the bleakest outlook.
Yeah, and the best is, we'll say, look, let's be reasonable about this. Sex is good for you. It's a natural function. There is no reason to think that a person shouldn't know about how his own body works at the earliest possible age. Just because you know about intercourse, masturbation, or any of that doesn't mean you have to go out and do it when you're 5 years old, okay? It doesn't hurt to know. Why keep people ignorant? The more you know, the happier you're going to be, all right? So don't be afraid of words that make you think about sex. You're not going to die from it. You're not going to go to hell from it. You could die from it if you get AIDS, of course. Government's got something to do with that. They ought to spend a little bit more money on it, but, you know, the good outlook would be people will say, this is unrealistic, it's overblown, it is cotton candy news, and they would just forget it. But that's not going to happen because America has gone too far to the right to just say, okay, I think this is a mistake.